For tonight's headlines, Metro Manila stays under Alert Level 3 until end of January. Possessed by demon, kidnap girl in cave owns murder. Coronavirus cases in the country at 3,129,512. NDRRMC pushes for emergency shelter assistance to families affected by Odette. Shear line northeast monsoon to bring rains, according to PAGASA. Department of Finance keep imports to stabilize prices. Good evening. Today is Friday, the 14th of January 2022. I am Kim Sancha and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. Metro Manila will remain under Alert Level 3 until the end of the month, despite an increasing number of COVID-19 cases in the region, Malacanang announced Friday. Cabinet Secretary Carlo Gorales said the Interagency Task Force on Emerging Infectious Diseases, or IATF, had extended the imposition of existing restrictions in the capital region until January 31st, heeding the call of business groups to keep establishments open. Under Alert Level 3, restaurants and eateries, personal care establishments, fitness studios, and non-contact sports venues, cinemas, amusement parks, and churches are allowed to accommodate fully vaccinated individuals. Days after a dead body of a girl emerged from a cave in Talisay, Cebu, a relative surfaced and didn't act prude and wash her hands clean of the crime. He said he was possessed by a demon, admitting he was high on drugs and that he couldn't recognize Kiara May while she was drowning her in a creek before raping her. He said he only came to his senses while she was putting her in the cave dead. He was identified as Ian Bakuli, 18, who was cornered by authorities in Barangay Campo 7 in Minglanilla, Cebu. According to witnesses, Bakuli was last seen with the victim, Kiara May Nama before she suddenly disappeared. As a result, the police immediately conducted a manhunt for Bakuli, who allegedly even tried to flee. Bakuli insisted he committed the crime alone. He apologized to the victim's family for what he did. The Department of Health reported 37,207 confirmed coronavirus disease cases today, to bring the total number of infected in the country to 3,129,512. This brought the active cases to 265,509, and of the total, 8,325 are asymptomatic, 252,502 are mild, 2,913 are moderate, 1,469 are severe, and 300 are critical. The number of recoveries, on the other hand, rose to 2,811,188 after 9,027 patients recovered from the deadly disease. The death toll is now at 52,815 with 81 fatalities recorded. Tribune News on Q will be back after these short reminders.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Si Harry Roque ang pinakamagaling na spokesman, kaya inggit sa kanya ang oposisyon.
Tama lang na ipinaglaban ko ang balik trabaho para bumalik ang kita ng mga nagtatrabaho at naghahanap buhay. Hindi pwedeng magutom ang pamilya. Dapat lang po ingat buhay para sa hanap buhay. Basta trabaho, kita at hanap buhay ang nakataya. Nasa harap niyo po ako.
Ibigay natin ang tudong suporta kay Harry.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Vaccination, isolation, gotta keep up with my nutrition, gotta maintain my body condition, then I can take my vaccination. What do I choose? What do I take? As long as it is not a fake. AstraZeneca, Moderna, BioNTech, even Sinovac, okay na. Babakuna ka ba? 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 Vaccination for the nation, no more isolation. With vaccination, babakuna ka ba? 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 Paturok, paturok, paturok.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
You are still watching Tribune News on Q. In other news, the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council has approved a recommendation to ask the Office of the President to provide emergency shelter assistance for families affected by Typhoon Odette. That assistance would include cash aid, housing materials, and setting up of transitional shelters, the council said. This can be provided through the NDRRM fund since this subject for replenishment. NDRRMC Executive Director and Civil Defense Administrator Undersecretary Ricardo Halad said in an emergency full council meeting. Interior and Local Government Secretary Eduardo Año earlier reported that the operation is already providing cash assistance of 5,000 for every low-income family affected by the typhoon. Post-disaster needs assessment is still ongoing in areas hit by Odette, Halad said. The Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration, or PAGASA, on Friday said that the shear line is currently affecting the eastern section of Mindanao, while the northeast monsoon will bring rains in Luzon and Visayas. According to PAGASA, Caraga, Northern Mindanao, and Davao region will have cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms, while Cagayan Valley, Apayao, Kalinga, Ifugao, Mountain Province, Aurora, Quezon, Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, and Catanduanes will experience cloudy skies with light rains. Metro Manila, Visayas, and the rest of Luzon will be partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated light rains. The rest of Mindanao will experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers. Temperature will range from 22.7 degrees Celsius to 28.7 degrees Celsius. Government indicated its inclination to maintain the current level of importations as a hedge against rising prices after the National Economic Development Authority, or NEDA, pinpointed meat prices as a factor that is pushing inflation higher. The country would definitely need to continue importing pork products to meet demand and immediately compensate for the shortfall in domestic supply, as it will take some time to recover decimated hog populations, the Department of Finance said in its latest economic bulletin. For perspective, the seasonal peak in pre-African swine flu hog head count was 13.11 million in the third quarter of 2018. Hog inventory fell to less than 9.9 million as of the end of the third quarter in 2021, it added. Meat inflation increased 16.8% in 2021. the highest annual price rise for any major food item since 2012. That wraps up the stories for tonight. Before we go, we would like to thank the following: the SM Store, Araneta City, the Department of Tourism, MG Motors, Haina Motors, Security Bank, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Kim Sancha and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night and God bless us all.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tarsito are available on our community Viber.